Foregoing traditional on-screen bars, gauges, or meters, the games on this rundown demonstrate the imaginative ways in which developers have displayed that most vital of abilities, health. Machine Games' Wolfenstein series. Beginning with 2014's Wolfenstein: The New Order and encompassing prequel expansion The Old Blood and 2017 sequel The New Colossus, Machine Games took a typical approach to health regeneration in their rebooted series. Scavenging and utilizing health packs for recovery and improving armor are the means to keep Nazi slaughtering BJ Blazkowicz in fighting shape. However, additionally, a health overcharge perk grants overpowered health beyond BJ's normal maximum, indicated by a yellow or blue bar. When health overcharged, BJ absorbs less damage. Horizon Zero Dawn. Reinforcing Aloy's health in Horizon Zero Dawn is her collection of harvested plants, which she stores in her medicine pouch. When collected, these medicinal herbs, flowers, and thistles found throughout the world's pastures contribute to Aloy's medicine pouch meter, displayed in green below her more traditional-looking health gauge. It's a simple enough process. Green refills red, depleting as it goes. Ghost of Tsushima. In Ghost of Tsushima, Jin's health is displayed via the bar in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. To replenish health, players must navigate him to one of the island's hot springs, absorbing the atmosphere in the game's quieter, more meditative moments to restore Jin's natural balance. During combat, however, Jin relies on Ghost of Tsushima's resolve system. Here, resolve is acquired through successfully parrying attacks, dodging, dealing damage, and defeating enemies. A measurement of Jin's strength as a samurai, resolve can be spent recovering health or via special attacks. Ghostbusters, the video game. An example of diegetic design. Instead of on-screen health and weapon status gauges visible only to the player, Ghostbusters, the video game, opts to display that information via meters on the back of the player character's proton pack. In this game, player health regenerates over time so long as damage taken is avoided, with the corresponding meter raising on the back of the proton pack. It's undeniably a cleaner, more immersive solution to monitoring vital information. Gears of War series. Similar in a way to Ghostbusters, the video game, the Gears of War series also doesn't feature health via heads-up displays. Instead, the game's iconography is built into an on-screen warning system for players. The Crimson Omen, a scorched red emblem featuring an outer cog containing a skull as its design. As players take damage, the cog gradually appears and strengthens in saturation at the center of the screen. When the cog is full, the player is downed, condemned to wait for assistance from allies before continuing the fight. Should the full Crimson Omen appear on screen, skull included, then it's good night and try again. Resident Evil Code Veronica, the Dreamcast version. The Sega Dreamcast was onto something with its visual memory unit, also known as the VMU. Beyond a simple memory card, the unit's display and button configuration meant it could be extracted from the controller and utilized for minigames and virtual pets. I mean, who remembers Sonic Adventure's VMU Chow Management Sim, which was basically, a Tamagotchi of sorts. It was great. The VMU could also display in-game information, maps, inventory, and in Resident Evil Code Veronica's case, health. A neat heart monitor aided players in keeping track of their health without interrupting the immersion happening on screen. Dead Space. Yes, like Ghostbusters, the video game again, although Dead Space incorporated diegetic health monitoring into player character outfits a year earlier. Here, Isaac's suits, in-game dubbed Resource Integration Gear, or RIG, showcases the engineer's health via bold blue blocks, which trace his spine. Numerous rigs are attainable throughout Isaac's harrowing time upon the doomed USG Ishimura, but the diegetic health monitor, as well as kinesis status, are always clearly displayed for the player. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. In Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Snake's health is indicated via the on-screen life gauge, which, much like traditional health bars, depletes the more damage he takes. Replenishing health is done in a handful of creative ways. Crouching, lying down, and plain taking a breather sees health slowly restore. Taking on medicine or specific rations, and saving the game also boosts Snake's health. However, as an extra consideration into how specifically health restores, players must pay attention to Snake's stamina. Low stamina affects Snake in numerous ways: wayward aiming, loud, enemy disturbing belly rumbles, and slow health regeneration. To boost the rate of health restores, Snake must restore his stamina, and this is done by eating or sleeping. Clock Tower 3. In Clock Tower 3, you play as Alyssa as she evades and hides from increasingly threatening astral pursuers. There is no health bar visible on screen, as instead Alyssa's health is represented by the available time it takes for her to be captured. There's no weapons here either, so players must pay close attention to auditory and visual clues that indicate her current mental state. The more panicked she appears, the more labored her walking becomes, thus her ability to evade capture worsens. X-Men Origins Wolverine. In 2009's X-Men Origins movie tie-in game, Wolverine harbors two distinct health bars. The first, resembling a sort of traditional meter, depletes when damage is taken, and replenishes slowly outside of absorbing a pummeling. Should this meter run out, then Wolverine is still alive, however his vitals are exposed, portrayed on screen via a heart valve. This is the one, when depleted, that sees Wolverine die, and this heart valve additionally doesn't replenish by itself. Super Mario Bros. An obvious pick, this one. Yes, you'll all surely know by now that Mario doesn't need an on-screen health display. It's simple enough. Small, or normal-sized Mario, I guess, can withstand one hit, whereas grab a Super Mushroom and Mario grows, transforming into, as the name of the game suggests, Super Mario. Here he can withstand 2 damage, but also break blocks for more power-ups, and so on. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. In absence of any sort of health bar, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice provides visual and auditory clues as to the current state of Senua. When she takes damage, lighting darkens and colors adjust, blood splatters on the screen, her pulse elevates, and her breathing quickens. The intensity of these effects adjusts depending on how injured Senua is too. Ninja Gaiden 2. Unlike Senua's Sacrifice, Ninja Gaiden 2 does feature a heads-up health meter, but it doesn't function in the traditional sense. Of course, once it's depleted, it's over, indicated by the blue side of the bar. There is, however, a red side which signifies permanent damage. Unlike the blue side, this red side doesn't regenerate automatically. It requires healing items, either scavenge or purchase with yellow essence, or via obtaining blue essence. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. There is a traditional looking health gauge on display in Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, but its functions are a little more in-depth than a simple depletion. Rations serve as health packs, refilling lost health. However, should players let wounds heal naturally, then maximum health will be increased. Defeating bosses, for the record, also boosts maximum health. Fallout 3. Throughout Fallout 3, health is dictated by how many hit points, HP, a character can absorb before dying, with attacks, radiation, and other environmental hazards affecting HP. Wounds reduce HP too, and coupling this with the game's crippling system, whereby damage can be caused to specific limbs or body parts, yielding particular symptoms and demanding specific healing processes. For example, a crippled head yields concussion-like symptoms, with blurred vision and high-pitched sounds ringing. Crippled torsos reduce endurance, whilst crippled arms and legs lower melee damage and mobility respectively. Using stimpaks, sleeping, and visiting the doctor regenerate limbs whilst consuming food and drink. A worthwhile solution to more general HP, is ineffective for crippled limbs. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.